Welcome everybody to another update video on this channel here about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Quant, and today's special altcoin analysis about Solana. Yesterday we saw huge price actions after the Fed announcements, and what those price announcements are telling me about the price movements, my expectation and my price targets, this I'm going to show you in this video. And yesterday on this channel I already prepared you here with my overall primary expectation about the Ethereum price movements that we have seen here, a 5-wave move to the upside in a possible wave 1 from 880 to 2000 US dollars, and we have been correcting this afterwards down to the 1070 US dollar level. So since then we technically have the chance, or my expectation is that we are in a bigger, higher degree wave 3 towards the upside with a price target around about the 3000 US dollars. And this should be a 5-wave move, and currently, or since weeks, I'm tracking the situation that we are in the first wave of this 5-wave movement. So, and the important thing to know is that this first wave of this 5-wave movement should also be a 5-wave movement itself. So when we look at these price actions from now, we could have probably seen already a wave 1 and a wave 2. Also the wave 3 looks very, very nice. We also reached the price target for that. But since now we have not seen a correct wave 4 retracement yet. Yeah? So this is what I'm going to track now in this video, if we are going to see this wave 4 retracement or not. And afterwards we need a wave 5 towards the upside to make this work in the bullish count. So today we are going to zoom in the smaller time frames and check out if we are going to get this smaller level wave degree wave 4 or not. And based on that I will tell you my next moves or my plans for my next trading management for the Ethereum price. And when we zoom in here at the 1 hour time frame, you can see that I already placed here a purple yellow target area for my trading partners. It's here between the 1670 level and the 1720 level. In this range I personally expect an impulse towards the downside, and I can also explain you why I personally expect that. Because since weeks I'm leaning towards a scenario that we have seen a wave A here. This could have been a leading diagonal in a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is a bit choppy or unclear is the price action we saw afterwards. And in my opinion this is most likely a wave B. First of all, I thought this wave B could have been finished right there. Right now it's looking a little bit different, but overall it makes no changes in the overall assumption. Then because we expect, or I personally expect here, a 3-wave move towards the downside in this price target, and we have probably seen already a wave A, as I assumed earlier. Now we probably finished this wave B, or we see one higher high in this wave B. Before then the last move towards the downside in this wave C can finally start. And I can show you why this price movement in the wave B we got is a little bit tricky, because first of all it's an overshooting wave B, which is a little bit unlikely in general. Second of all is that a wave B consists of a 3-wave movement. Let's say clean way to count this in any way, not as a 3-wave move, not as a 5-wave move. So in this scenario we need to think a little bit tricky, and my opinion is that this could have been an impulsive wave A towards the upside. So we got practically move 1 out of 3, which then completes this B wave. So now we are looking for a B wave towards the downside, and the B wave consists out of 3 waves again. So we could have seen a wave A of the wave B, then a wave B of the wave B, which was also overshooting. So an overshooting wave B in an undershooting wave B in an overshooting wave B, because then we had the C of B, which finishes here the orange wave B. And then we had again a C of B, which finished here the yellow B. You can see first of all we got the orange wave count as a 5-wave move, wave A. Then we got a 3-wave move towards the upside in a wave B. So it's like a B, C. And this wave B itself was also a 3-wave move with an overshooting wave B, in my opinion. So this is currently my primary expectation, and to this scenario I'm sticking until we see a corrective move towards the downside. So wait, let's speak about the invalidation points. Here at this point I expected a wave C, or am now expecting a wave C, and from this wave C most probably we have already seen a wave 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we get one more higher high here at the $1,700 level, or 1,720, which finishes then the wave C of the wave 4. and from there I expect an impulsive move towards the downside. So right now my situation is the following, that I already opened a short position 2 weeks ago, and then time by time in the last 2 weeks I opened 2 hedge long positions which I closed in slight profits. I scaled up my short position twice, I got stopped out once. Right now the situation is that I again scaled up my short positions at $1,601 US, and then it got stopped out at 1585, and then I opened another hedge long here at the 1605 US. So currently the hedge longs which I had opened a few days ago were all closed in slight profits. Then I scaled up my shorts. This didn't work out, so now I'm in my short and in my hedge long position. My short is in a bigger loss than before, but my hedge long is now in a profit. So what I'm going to do right now is waiting for another high. Then I'm going to close my long positions, my hedge long positions, and I'm expecting a move towards the downside in any ways. The bullish way where I would do, or where I would, for example, change my opinion and would look for higher price targets is when we see now this wave C or possible wave 1 be completing. Here I would close my hedge longs and open the shorts. And if we see then a wave 1 towards the downside, which is a 5-wave move, and the wave 2, which is a 3-wave corrective move, which is correcting it, and then a wave 3 with the which reaches the 1.618 extension level, then it's all good. I'm sticking to my primary expectations. But if we see now a higher high, there I close my hedge longs, there I scale up my shorts, and then we only see a corrective wave towards the downside, like a 3-wave move or a triangle or a WXY, whatever, then it would be actually time for me again to descale my shorts, because then because if we get a corrective move here, this would mean that we get a wave 3 towards the upside afterwards, which is then a wave 3 of this wave 5. So it would practically mean that this wave 4, which I'm expecting down here, was already in somewhere right here. For me right now, this is the more unrealistic scenario. I don't see it that this was already a finished wave 4. We could say that this was an A wave down, this was a B wave up, and this was a very short, like a truncated wave C, but it's very unlikely. So therefore I go with the overshooting wave B option. Right now it's not affecting me or my trades too much, because I think we are going to get this one more high. Even if not, I'm in a hedge right now. When we get it, I close my hedge longs and expect an impulse towards the downside. So for me personally, as always, opening a new short position or scaling the short position up or closing the hedge longs at the next higher high is absolutely reasonable, and is absolutely my primary expectation and what I'm going to do. So let's now have a look at the Bitcoin price. And there actually you can see the same scenario in my opinion. Because we saw an impulse towards the downside here at this point, and then since the bottom of this impulse we only saw a 3-wave move towards the upside yet. This could develop to a 4th and a 5th wave, but yet we only made a 3-wave move, which could also be an overshooting wave B, and now we get a wave C down. We don't know yet how strong this wave C will be. We also don't know if the wave 3 was already in at this point or if it's in at this point. But what we know, or what I'm currently expecting, is that sooner or later this will get exhausted. Also, when we look at the indicators, we are heavily overbought at the RSI. We're decreasing in bullish momentum at the MACD indicator. We have overshooted the price range of a wave 3 targets slightly. We already made 5 waves in the wave 3. So sooner or later, there is absolutely time for this wave 4 towards the downside. And when I show you the Fib retracement levels, then you can see the optimum target here would be between the 0.382 and the 0.5 Fib retracement level, which is between the 20,000 and the 21,260 US dollars. So my view about Bitcoin is still unchanged, and also my view about Ethereum. Ethereum got a little bit trickier because of the microwave count. Bitcoin didn't have as much movements as Ethereum at that time anyways. So as you can see, Bitcoin didn't move so much. We just stayed here in this target area. Ethereum had a relatively choppy price action and 3 overshooting waves B in the waves B. So yeah, I think Bitcoin, still my view about both of them is practically unchanged. I don't see the scenario that this has already been a wave 4. I think this could have been probably an ending, expanding diagonal of the wave 3. So let's zoom in a little bit. If you count this, for example, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, this could be something like an ending diagonal. This could also make one higher high, yeah, here in this wave 5 of 3. So also in this scenario, this is covered, yeah, and we are, or I am personally expecting a move towards the downside afterwards in a wave 4. Now let's also have a look at the QNT chart, and as you can see, my view there is also still unchanged. Yeah? In my opinion, we got a 5-wave move towards the upside here in a leading expanding diagonal, yeah, which could be considered as a wave 1. And I placed you here this purple-yellow target area for the wave 2 on the chart when I did my first analysis above QNT. Here we can see we got an impulse towards the downside, so my assumption was already in my first analysis that we should get a corrective move towards the upside right now in this yellow purple target area, and from there another impulse down here in this wave C target area, which can then finish a wave 2 and then leads to another pump towards the upside. The price target for this pump towards the upside is around about $380, but to get there we should first see another dip in this target range. Then we have finally completed a 3-wave move towards the downside in the price target, and this would give me much confidence that finally we can rise towards the upside. Now, we got a huge bounce yesterday. Is this already something to worry about? I don't really see it. I don't really think it. This is also like, there is one bullish option in the charts, that this has not been a wave A, that this has been a wave 1, that this has not been a wave B, that this has been a wave 2, and now this was a 3, now we see a 4 and a 5 up. In this scenario, I would not FOMO in, I would not buy the higher high or whatever. I would then, after we see a 5-wave move towards the upside, in the kind of emergency scenario, wait for a 3, like when we get now a wave 4 and a wave 5, then I would wait for another 3-wave pullback here, which I also painted you here in the chart. As you can see, I expect a 5-wave move in a wave 1 towards the upside, then in a wave 2 down. If we already see that in here, if this is already a wave 1 towards the upside, then we also get a wave 2 to the downside afterwards. So I would technically, if we see another high here and bounce towards the upside, I would wait for a wave 2 and enter inside here. If not, if we hold this area, I'm relatively or strongly convinced that we are going to travel here down in this downside target area between 80 and 90 US dollars, and this is currently my expectation about QNT. And before we start straight into the charts, I want to announce the current giveaway from 1,000 US dollar, which is made by BITGET, and with the link down below in the video description, you can take part. The winners will be selected by the highest trading volume and also by the highest P&L. With the links here down below in the video description, you can not only sign up with BITGET and get your normal 8,000 US dollar bonus, no, actually right now they give you 2,000 US dollars on top of that, which you can take as well for your trading bonus. And of course, you can take your trading bonus and compete with that in the trading competition. So I wish you all the best, and we start straight into the charts. So let's finally jump over to the Solana chart, and this is, in my opinion, a very interesting chart because it also performed kind of like the Cardano and against the Bitcoin and against the Ethereum. Then, if we are looking at this, I personally consider this as a wave 3. Then we got a corrective move down and an impulsive upside movement, which here completed the bull run top here at this position, and we got practically from there an A, B, C towards the downside, which could now be finished. Why am I talking about this in difference to Bitcoin and Ethereum? Because Bitcoin and Ethereum, in my opinion, put in their bull run top right there, then they had their wave A here, wave B up, and since then they are in a wave C. Solana and Cardano both, in my opinion, put their bull run top in place right there. And since then, I'm labeling it for you, and since then they, in my opinion, completed here this wave 2 towards the downside, and now has the potential to get another break towards the upside. So for Solana, there is still no confirmation that this low has been really in. We could count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is now in, and we are moving up. Could also be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and now there is still a wave 5 missing, which puts in another lower low. So for Solana, we didn't get any confirmation that a low has been made, what would be the first indication, in my opinion, that we have really built a significant bottom, a local bottom? It would be that you can see there is a trend line when you connect all of those highs. This would be, in my opinion, the first confirmation when we break above this trend line and retest it from above and still holding it, that we are probably see a breakout towards the upside. If we are analyzing this with the Elliott wave method, you could practically say that there has been a 1, 2, maybe another 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and now a 5. So it could be that we see a wave 2 correction and only after that the break towards the upside. But for Solana, actually, I would not enter in a trade right now. I would wait for confirmation. I would, because we have not seen any 5-wave moves towards the upside yet. This is the huge difference to Bitcoin and Ethereum, because especially at the Ethereum chart, we saw a huge pump when the bottom was in, from 880 to $2,000, and such a reaction or such a bullish price movement we didn't get from Solana yet. So actually I would stay a little bit careful at the Solana chart until we break above this trend line, because now it could still be that we break down here, touch this trend line again at the bottom, and then we see the breakout towards the upside. It could also be that this low was already in and we are breaking out right now. What is important to observe is, as I said, this falling trend line, because if you consider this, for example, as a falling wedge, the price target is here at the top at the $59.3. So this would be more than 100% pump towards the upside. And in my opinion, the first strong indication that we are really going there is if we break above this channel, retest it from above as support, and then rise above the previous rejection point. Thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me until the very end. I hope this content was helpful for you. If it was, smash up the like button down below the video, leave your subscription down below, and activate the small little bell to not miss out this content in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support, and I hope we will see each other in the next video. Bye bye.